It's out what we all feel. It is the hottest day of the year. We've got reports on the heat's effect on our sources of electricity and on livestock.
We're also going to see students putting some pressure on at Kent's Tent City. Dick says we're not going to get any quick relief from the heat. In sports, Fred McLeod reports the Indians were all set to try again at Yankee Stadium.
City Camera News is next with these stories and a report tonight from Kathy Adams, struggling through the firefighter's physical exam.
Good evening to you, and how do you like summertime? Boy, it's been up in the 90s all over the state today. And if this is supposed to make up for what we had to endure last winter, I can tell you a whole lot of folks are ready to call things even right now. Even in summertime, Clevelanders never get much of a chance to get acclimated to a heat wave. And when it comes, I think we all wilt a little bit. Right now, the city's taking a close check on water supplies, and we might soon have word on a sprinkling ban. Other utilities, too, have to watch out for shortages brought on by the weather. And Jim has more on that situation.
It happens every time it gets this hot. On go the air conditioners and the fans, and up goes the amount of electricity we use. In this case, way up. We all remember the brownouts of the past when, to conserve electricity, we had to cut back on it. And our Jim Finnerty has been checking to see if there's enough power to see us through this heat wave.
Well, Jim, as you can see from those smokestacks behind us, CEI has been busy today generating a lot of electricity. In fact, so much so between 1 and 2 this afternoon that they set a new record, 3,278,000 kilowatts. Now that breaks the old record set in 1973 of 3,242,000 kilowatts. That, oddly enough, did not come in the dead of summer, but on September 4th. Which means we may have something to look forward to. But despite that, CEI and the other utilities we talked to today say they see no problems with brownouts. They say there have been a few isolated blackouts because of transmission difficulties, but knock on wood, things are going along fairly well. You know, in this hot weather, we generally think of ourselves, but outside the urban area, there's another problem, and Neil Zerker has a report on that.
A heat wave can be an extremely serious situation, especially to farmers who own and raise large livestock, such as horses and cows. In fact, a horse or a cow kept inside a tightly sealed barn in the extreme heat of the day can even die.
A horse can sweat only so much. They're not like a human being, and they'll dehydrate real rapidly, and just to the point where they actually die.
Bill Fees says that the best thing a farmer can do is to turn the livestock out into a fenced-in pasture with plenty of shade and keep drinking troughs filled with plenty of water. Admittedly, the animals are then prey to flies and insects, but Fees said that while the animal may be uncomfortable, at least the flies won't kill a horse or a cow, but the heat can. Neil Zerker, City Camera News, Grafton, Ohio.
And there's some good advice there for you, too. Don't get dehydrated. Drink a lot of liquids. Stay somewhere in the shade if you can. And above all, don't worry, this heat's going to end sometime. Jim Finnerty live with the City Cam along the Shoreway.
Thank you, Jim. This is an easier job. Dick, my 4-year-old daughter Beth and I went swimming today, and it was a great day for swimming.
Boy. Yeah, these are the days I remember when I was small. Believe it or not, at one time, back eons ago. We had 93 at 2:20 today. That has been our warmest of the year. It is actually warmer than at any time last year. Had a report North Welton, 97. A lady or a gentleman in Berea insists it was 100 degrees there this afternoon. Friday won't be so hot, and I mean that in the best sense of the word.
But there's Thursday.
But Thursday will be. I'll tell you all about it after this. Along with the 93 in Cleveland today, our friends down at Akron-Canton had a high of 92. It was 90 at Mansfield. This is how it was at the Chester Commons earlier today. And I spent a little time in Oklahoma. My goodness. I spent a little time in Oklahoma, and I would say this is Oklahoma weather. Almost every day out there. Boy, you willed it away. And the humidity today was in that 50% and better category. Tomorrow will be another very humid day. The relief is with a cool front that is now over Michigan and shows signs of coming in here by, I would say, about this time tomorrow evening. The front likely will be coming right across Lake Erie. I would also say, based on the fact the front is going to be approaching tomorrow and low barometer is apt to be moving along that line, the probability for some thunder showers or even thunderstorms, I feel, is going to be quite high. It could be rising all through the morning and be very high during the afternoon and evening. We'll be watching these on radar as they come across Lake Erie, but as I say, the probability is quite, I feel, quite high. Here is the front today, and this is the cloud deck. Fred pointed out that in New York, our Indians ball game has been rained out because of the thunder shower weather that is occurring on the eastern end of that front. And the closest area of reasonably pleasant weather in the temperature department is around Alpena, Michigan, and over around Pellston. They are in the low 70s now, and they're getting some thunder shower weather up there. But within this realm of air, it is all 90 plus. As a matter of fact, at Detroit Wayne National Airport, they reported 100 degrees within the hour. Chicago and much of Illinois has been running around 97. In the state of Ohio, Toledo and Dayton at 96 so far have been the warmest in the state. This is the low now in Nebraska that is going to be moving along that line, and this situation will be watched quite closely. The atmosphere is loaded with moisture, and when the thunder showers do begin tomorrow, if you get under one of these, you are going to get some torrential rains. It is 90 degrees at Hopkins Airport currently. Columbus holding on to a 96 now. The only temperature out of the 90s is over at Youngstown. 93, 69 today. That is not a record. Our record 97 in 1944. And a year ago, 84 and 60. Sunrise tomorrow 1 minute past 6. Down tomorrow at 3 minutes past 9. Air pollution today unsatisfactory 110. The forecast there tomorrow is an even 100. On the shoreway, it is 89 degrees. The humidity, which is obviously the key, 59%. Barometer 29.86, and that is beginning to fall. The lake water 69. Winds tomorrow on Erie west-southwest 13, gusty and shifting near any thunder shower. Sultry tonight, the low about 72. Another night in Singapore. And then for tomorrow, partly sunny, still very warm and very humid. I figure about 88, 86 to 88 for the high. Thunder shower probabilities increasing through the day, continuing tomorrow night. And I would say Friday partly sunny, much less humid, still warm though, with a Friday high of 82. A chance for a thunder shower, but I'll update you on that tomorrow. Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Dick. We know